cute.
Is it cute?
Yes.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we here. From the bottom, now my whole team here. Nigga started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here.
What is good? We're back with another episode. Okay, for my future self. My name is Callie. What's up?
What's good? It's Serena.
Welcome back. And if you guys are new here, welcome. I'm Callie. That's Serena.
Happy
This
to
is our
have ya.
Podcast for my future self.
4. Oh my god, I'm getting the coffee's kicking in.
What did you even get for your coffee today?
I got a vanilla latte, and I was like, "Can I have 3 shots instead of 2?" And then she was like, "Well, they come in 2, so do you want 4 shots?" And I was like, "Let's go."
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
if
We'll
I get
see how
little antsy,
we'll see.
you already know.
We'll see. I don't really drink coffee like that. I'm a tea girl. I'm a
She's a
water
tea girl. You really
girl.
give off the tea. You really give off like hydrated.
I am very much so. But we're gonna get into some thingy things today. I
Yes.
missed you.
Oh
Oh.
Okay, first we're gonna talk about we're gonna do a little catch up.
Okay.
We got these shades on. We're gonna take them off, but
We
I
will.
feel like this fits the vibe of
It
the
does.
past few days Miss California has experienced.
It really has.
Please
been.
talk about it because it was very litty. I got to see her dance in person for the first time.
Yay! Thank you for coming, Serena. Oh my god.
I surprised her.
Okay, so yeah. These last couple of weeks, or like this past month, has been really, really fun. A lot of great opportunities to perform, to dance, and it's just been up. Like it's been really hype and lit lately. So the performance she's talking about is Intrusion. Shout out to Nightwalkers and Tiger. If you guys don't know what Intrusion is, I think I talked about it a little bit before. But every Thursday they get together at Tiger. The whole dance community in Sacramento comes through. We highlight certain artists here in SAC. We have certain performances, battles, and it's just a really great time to come together as a community and just vibe out and have fun, you know? And so last Thursday, I forgot what day.
Thursday.
Yeah. Last Thursday, I had the privilege of performing, and Serena was there. It was so lit.
I was like so hyped.
Yeah, that whole event was very, very successful just because, I don't know, it was a really good event. They always throw really great events. I don't know if you guys heard of Nightwalkers before, but they're
Check them
family.
out.
They're dope. They do great things for the community, and Thursday was just really cool. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to my girls who performed with me, Mia, Cassie, Kristen,
do you guys have a name yet?
We don't have a name.
Oh, okay.
But I know a lot of people are asking, like, what's your name?
You guys have a name.
We'll see. I'll cook up something. But yeah, it was really fun. And if you weren't there, you missed out. But you'll see the footage coming out soon. I know. I said, girl, I'm a shaking, stick and moving.
That song has been stuck in my head, actually. But for my experience, I'm going to take these off now.
Okay, yeah. It's kind of dark.
My experience going, because I was like, they always tell me to go.
I know. I do.
But it's a late event. It's like 11 p.m. And that's late to me.
It's very late.
But I wanted to come support the girls, and no regrets. It was so freaking fun. It was nice to see everybody. I feel like I got to see like old faces, and
it's like
it was such a vibe.
reunion.
Like you would think it's a little intimidating because there's just like so many dancers and like everyone knows how to dance, like all that kind of stuff. But no, like everyone's so hyped. It feels like Step Up, Honey vibes. Like
it's definitely a movie. It's definitely a movie. And being on the other side, like the performing side, it definitely feels like I'm on the scene where, like, you know, the crew comes in the club and like everyone's expecting like this battle or like a dance scene, and I just feel like I'm in Step Up. I feel like I'm in You Got Served, Honey. All those movies that made me want to be a dancer and to be part of something that kind of like resembles that or like just embodies that in a little bit. It's actually dope. It's so dope.
Because you don't really see that often, like events like that.
No, you don't.
So
before pre-pandemic, obviously there's like crews, there's companies that like travel, compete. There's like that type of dance community. Now the pandemic hit. Now it's about social media and like getting content out there, freestyle,
dance content.
Yeah, and so now that they brought together like this event, it kind of brings like the world back to dance and like the world in Sacramento back to kind of like the root of the feeling of how good it is to feel when you're dancing. Like I love it so much. So shout out to Brian, shout out to Brian Dang, Nightwalkers, and all of that crew and everyone a part of that family. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Shout out to all of the people who always are out there and supporting events like that, people who perform, all the artists. Yeah, very grateful for everybody. What else has been going on?
Do you want to talk about your new like dance endeavors?
Oh yeah, oh my god,
you should.
Dance has been a beautiful world lately, so I got to perform. I don't know, it's been feeding into my mental health a lot. Yay. So I've been feeling
That's what it's there for, girl.
I've been feeling better. So I performed there. I have a class coming up in the Bay Area.
Ooh, in the Bay.
If you're from the Bay, if you're from the Bay and you're around that area, I'm teaching in Fremont at Redwall Dance Studios. Shout out to Bianca. Shout out to Amanda. You guys are doing amazing things out there. I'm teaching on Monday the 11th, 9/11, at 8 p.m. at Redwall. That's Monday.
That's exciting.
So yeah,
look at you.
Yeah,
honestly,
come through.
I feel like the energy in the air has been transformative throughout the past couple of weeks.
It really has.
And you see how much has changed from like when we were going through it, when I was going through it, and then like now I feel like we're hitting this like, I don't know, I feel like it's prime time, baby. I feel it coming.
It's prime time.
I feel it coming. I feel like we're totally putting in the work right now.
Yeah.
And we're finally seeing like the fruits a little bit, or just we're getting more opportunity, and it's just like so awesome to see.
Yo, I'm just overall, like, I think the word is gratitude and grateful, because I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't the people around me and the connections that I've made and just the community and like how much it's poured into me. Now I just feel like it's my purpose to like pour into the community, like in my own way, help people grow. And in that way, I'm also an artistic director for a new dance company here in Sacramento called Continuance, led by Rich Vassallo and Roma Kokioko. Like, it's going to be really, really fun. We're trying to bring back the company vibe here to Sacramento, and not only just for like to have a company, not just to have a company, just to have a dance group, you know, but we're here to help people grow. We're here to help people cultivate their craft as leaders, as artists, as creatives, and just, you know, give back to the community as best as we can. And so that's the overall goal, and I'm really excited to be a part of that. So everything is just
Are you doing auditions still?
We are doing auditions. Auditions are going to be on the 9th, and that's Saturday.
Okay, guys. Well, this probably air after that, but
probably. It probably already happened after this.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you'll see it.
You'll see
it. If you came, I'm talking to the future here.
Yeah.
If you came out,
thanks for coming.
If you didn't, all good. I think that's mainly everything.
I'm so happy for you. Can we just say that?
Thank you so much.
Like, again, like hearing what you vented to me not too long ago, and now it's like you did that.
Yeah, and I think it kind of manifested. Like, I need to start creating more. I need to start doing all these things to kind of better my overall being.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the, like, stresses I've been going through, and, like, they're still there. Like, the problems are still there. They're not going to go away just yet. But me getting involved in all these things and, like, having all of this creativeness around me, it's definitely helped me, like, be at a better level.
And it prepares you to handle things, like the harder things, a lot better, because you're doing things that are helping your mental, that's like makes you feel good in your heart, all that stuff.
Exactly. So, and it's things that I love to do. So
make sure to do that, guys.
Yeah, make sure to do
the things that you love outside of your job, right?
So when are you gonna dance, girl? When am I gonna see you in a class or whatever? It's fine. We'll plan a private. We've been trying to do that.
Okay. Let me get my calendar.
She's gonna go get her calendar.
Because you guys, we've been talking about this every freaking episode.
Let's do this right now.
We're gonna show you guys right now that I'm gonna take a private from Miss California.
Come on. I just taught a private, actually. Shout out to Fiona if you're watching this.
Okay, tell me the dates right now.
Okay, are you cool with... Are you doing like evenings?
Weekdays? Yeah, evenings.
Okay, why don't we do this? Okay, why don't we do... If we're gonna get it done, we're gonna get it done. Why don't we do this Thursday?
Hold on. Thursday. Ooh, okay, Thursday. What time?
Evening, like whenever you're free.
Okay, I wrap up work around 6.
Okay, we'll do that. I'll put you in my calendar.
So 6?
We'll do 7.
7.
Give you time to eat. Private with Serena, and I'll get together. Like I'll get a studio going and everything.
Oh my god,
we're doing it. You have witnesses.
I don't know what to expect. Private
with Serena. And so basically when it comes to like giving people dance privates, I don't know, people do it different. But for me personally, I love helping people. That's just my purpose in life. And so when it comes to dance, Serena, I know you've been a dancer, but you haven't done it in a while. So your goals might be different from someone who's been dancing, right?
Correct.
A lot of people who take privates with me already take class. They're already dancing. They might have certain specific goals that they personally want to work on when it comes to them as a dancer individually. But for you, it's probably different. So what are some goals that you have when it comes to dance?
I just want to get back into it. I think when I do take the classes, I know I got rhythm, okay? I know I got the rhythm, okay?
Muscle memory.
I think it's memorizing the choreo.
Okay,
because at that point, I'm getting old. My memory. And it's like learning everything in 1 hour. Is like not enough for me.
I know certain classes are an hour, which is quick. Certain classes are longer.
And I'm sure if it's different if it's just me and you, because then I'll pick it up faster in an hour than I would like everyone in a class. Like,
it's very intimidating in the class. Yeah. The energy is different. There's more stress, more anxiety.
I just want to feel free again. I want to like fall in love with it again because watching you guys, I was like, I miss that.
Thank
like
you.
The performance aspect, like getting hyped and just like really like being in tune with your body and like feeling the energy. I love it. So just want to get that feeling again and start feeling less intimidated when I do take a class. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. Okay, perfect. I know exactly what to do. Yay! Love it. You saw it here first. You heard it here first. Serena's gonna dance, y'all. Okay.
I'm excited.
I know. I'm really glad we did that. Now. That's good because we would have never scheduled it.
Right.
Our
busy lives.
But yeah, I've been doing amazing. Like I said, the problems haven't gone away.
Yeah.
And they won't.
Yeah.
But I'm cool now. I'm cool because everything around me is just, I'm pouring back into other things. And while pouring back into those things, they're pouring back into me. So
I love it.
Thank you.
Honestly feel
so
good.
I'm just overall very grateful. Very grateful. And like I said, I didn't get here by myself, you know, with the help of like my family, my community, like y'all are just so dope. So I'm really, really grateful. But how are you? How are you, Serena?
Honestly, the same.
Yeah.
I feel the same way and I love that for us. I think the whole pouring into the other things, like I've been wanting to try like hobbies now. Like I've just been in this whole kick of like, it's time to invest in myself, and an investment to myself is not a waste, right?
No.
Because you know, we talked about money problems and like, you know, it gets hard to kind of see like where to put your money and like, should I spend on this? Should I spend on that? But I'm realizing like, if I'm investing in myself and my future and what makes me feel good, why not? Why do I keep like, you know, sacrificing things like that? I should be sacrificing other things that are not as like important. But when it comes to like investing in myself, that's where I've learned like, why not? And I've been feeling a lot happier doing so and less guilty. Like for example, taking a dance class and like today I'm going to try out golfing.
That's gonna be fun.
So it's going to be like, I've been trying like a lot of different things, even with my business and how I run things, just doing it in a way that's more me and fulfilling. So yeah, pouring into myself more. And just like also with my past clients, like trying to like really connect with them more, you know, showing my appreciation to them. Content has been doing very well for me and I'm finding so much joy. And I think the biggest thing that I'm really proud of right now is finally having consistency and discipline, because with every business owner that's very important to do that so you can see the results. And shout out to my coach. I have a real estate coach, Rich. He's been helping me kind of like stay consistent, make a plan. So I feel like at this point I really feel like a business owner. Like I know I have my own processes, I have my own way of doing things. I can see myself building like my brand. I've gotten clients from social media.
Amazing.
Like it's just pouring in like all the hard work, and it doesn't stop, of course. But when I was in that state of like fear or stuff like that, it's really just the work that I was putting in that actually is starting to pay off, and it's like so amazing. And again, like gratitude for sure. And just, yeah, like the support system for sure too, because there's a lot of times where even with my mom, like I'll just be like, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this?
Yeah.
Just like, don't give up. And everyone has told me, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. And I've just like, I'm on that kick. Like, I'm not going to give up, guys. I'm just getting started.
Okay, we're getting started. Yeah, dude. I feel like we relate always.
Always. We're always on the same like wavelength.
Really? It's kind of wild.
Like you're sad, I'm sad. You're happy, I'm
You're
happy.
You cry, I cry.
Exactly.
It's wild because like we don't spend every single day with each other.
I know.
And we have totally different businesses,
different lives, different situations,
everything. But we can level so well together
when we come back here. And this podcast has been therapy. Just
Definitely.
like again, it's just doing other things, like pouring into yourself. Like I have so many different ways now that makes me feel good. Like again, like hobbies and activities. So it feels good.
Yeah, like you said, not a waste. Because like, why would you waste anything on yourself? Like why would you
like invest in invest in those classes? Like I went to Texas and went to like a conference for business.
Oh yeah,
that also lifted me up because I was like, I was surrounded by so many realtors that are very successful. I've learned so many different ways of like running things. Like AI is crazy. I learned about a lot of stuff coming out for AI, and just like it's the momentum of doing that and like consistency that's really helped me get to a place now where now I'm like at this like high and it's amazing.
Yeah, I want to say inspiration is kind of hard to find.
Yeah,
right? Sometimes you can't really bring it out of yourself, but when you're surrounded by people who do what you do or they do what you want to do, I don't know, like when you're surrounded by those people that are on the same energy as you and not even doing what you're doing, just on the same freaking positive vibe, growth, all that stuff, then you're just all the more inspired to do what you're doing or keep going on what you're doing. Like it's not discouraging at all. Like you find inspiration all the time. Like and I feel like for me that was hard to do, especially in the dark times. I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore, or like, should I give up? But now that I'm pouring back into myself, pouring back into the community, like doing things that I love aside from my business, like it all is like a circle, like it's all connected,
and it'll all just like come to you. All the right things start like because you're creating a space where the good opportunities come your way. Because if you're just stuck in that like mentality of like I'm not feeling myself, like you're just that means it's not coming to you. You have to like open yourself up to those type of opportunities and people too. Like
that part,
it's just like the people I've been meeting, the clients that have reached out, like people that have reached out to me are the clients that I would want to work with. Like you know how sometimes there's certain people maybe not mesh well with,
right?
But I feel like I've been attracting like the right crowd, and it's like finally I just feel like so like in control, and I'm so in it.
I love that. I love that for you. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Woo!
I think that I really liked what you said about now you feel like you actually have a business, you're branding the way you want to brand. In a way, did you rebrand at all?
I feel like I have.
You have?
Sorry, I'm like chewing a banana bread.
Banana bread. I love banana bread. Side note.
Rebranding. Definitely. I think it started with the whole content and just being consistent every single day.
Yeah.
And posting what I want to post. And so I think that has really transformed because most of my clientele have been coming from social media.
Exactly.
So, yeah, because I think, remember how I said like this year is the first year I feel like I'm on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm just now, like almost the end of the year, finally figuring out like who I am as a realtor and all that good stuff. So definitely, no, I had to go through many trial and errors, different ways of like getting business and leads. And I finally found like my three. Like it's social media because I get to connect with the people that are in my community. And then it's also my sphere and past clients. So just like trying to build those relationships with the people that I already know and the people that have already worked with me. Like sometimes I'll be sending my clients like little Starbucks gift cards. Like, you know, I'm like, hey,
have a great day.
Have a great day, you know? And like not even expecting anything in return. I just want to show my appreciation and it feels good. Like I love just like making people happy. Okay. And then open houses. So that's another way. So that helps me with my social skills and I'm learning and I'm meeting people in person. So those are my 3 pillars and I'm sticking to it. It could change, but I finally found my 3 that I feel very happy with, like I feel comfortable with. And I know it's like kind of like my it's my strengths, I guess, because there's so many different things you can do, and you get overwhelmed in real estate with how many ways you can get business. You can door knock, you can send mailers, you can, there's so many things, and yes, you can like tap into all of them and maybe get more return, but I would rather be really, really, really good at 2 to 3 things and pour everything into that, and I feel like that just makes it less like stressful too, because you're not spread so thin. You're like, this is what you're good at. So really pouring into that. I do want to touch on something.
Go ahead.
I did this the past couple days ago, and you guys know what ChatGPT is?
I do. Scary,
but it's cool. Okay, I'm into it. So you basically, it's AI, and you can, it's like a Google, but you can ask, I'm pretty sure you guys know what it is. Look it up. But basically you can ask it any question. You can tell it to do anything. You can tell it to write you an essay, write you a skit, like anything. You can make it like create your workout routine. And so the past, like a couple days ago, I was getting a little bit like uninspired again, so I was like, let me do something about it. Let me like go back to like my why. Let me go back to my future self. So that's why I want to bring it up to this podcast, because I highly recommend that you guys try this too, where you basically go in ChatGPT, and you don't have to make it hella nicely worded, because it'll do it for you. But basically I put, this is how I want to be in 5 years, and every aspect. It doesn't matter how crazy it is. Like if you want to make freaking $500,000 in 5 years, you can do that. Just nothing's off the table. Like anything that you want to do in 5 years, just put it in there. Anything and everything. So I listed a lot of shit, I will say. A lot of shit. And then I told it, okay, now write me a letter 5 years from now, and you know, it'll include everything that I've said. And it wrote me a letter, and it was like, I'm gonna read it every single day now. I printed it out, and it's like, it's such a beautiful thing to see, and it makes you, every time I read it, I'm like, hell yeah, I need to do all these things.
That's actually crazy. That's actually really, really inspiring.
You should try it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So I highly recommend for my future self listeners, because it's very on brand.
Very on brand.
Like a letter from your future self, and it's crazy that AI has been able to do that.
That's crazy.
And it's like every time I read it, I feel so good. I'm like, hell yeah,
hell yeah.
And you have to make it kind of, if you wanted to make it sound like you, because it might sound a little different. I'll just be like, okay, make it sound more personable and make it sound fierce. And it made it sound like hella good, like how I would talk. So I was like, that's dope.
That's dope. I hella want to do that.
Do it, girl.
I think I've done something similar to that, but it has nothing to do with ChatGPT, because it wasn't there back then in the old days. But I remember me and my group of friends, like from church or whatever, we, at the end of the year, every December, we would write ourselves a letter to our past self.
Oh, yeah.
So like, so that by the time it's the next following December, we'll read that letter, and then we'll write a new one. I have a whole bunch of them. Like I have a pile. And so it's basically essentially what you did, but maybe just on a yearly basis versus the 5 years, which I love. I might do that. That sounds amazing. But it's just like, I'd be talking to myself like, hey, Callie, like, I hope you're doing good. Like, I hope this and this worked out. Like, don't give up. Or like I hope, or like, don't forget to do this and this, because blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, wow, like, I can't believe that you did that, because I used to do that.
Girl.
I used to do that a lot. I should start doing that again, but I'm definitely going to do the 5 year thing.
Yeah, because it's from the future. Like it talks future. And it does it for you. You don't have to type it all out. You just type a list of like what you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And it does it word for word, every single aspect of my life. And then
that's a great
idea. Says like everything paid off. Like we made it. And I'm like, ugh. So good.
My god, I'm getting goosebumps. That makes me feel emotional. Okay, I want to do that.
I'm just kidding. Okay, oh my god. Yeah, but since we're talking about, we're kind of in that realm, we wanted to kind of touch on our businesses. It's been a while since we did more of like a business podcast, because you know, that's part of us. And I've gotten DMs. I'm not sure, and you've gotten maybe questions too.
Yeah.
I've gotten DMs of people wanting to get into real estate, and then maybe some questions of like how she got into lashing.
Yes. So
for you viewers out there that are curious on how to get started, what we've learned, what mistakes we've made, we're happy to share that today.
Yes. Do you want to go first?
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it real condensed, because I don't want to take up
a lot
the whole time.
It's a lot. Yeah. Good.
Just like the gist of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a test. You don't have to like have a college degree. There's 3 courses, okay? 3 real estate courses that you can take online, and basically they're so easy to pass. Honestly, the real estate exam is not, what you learn for that exam is not something you're going to take into real life. I'm sorry to tell you, but just get through that part, take the exam. I took the questions like I took practice tests like over and over and over until I score like an 80%. You can do like 70% to pass, but I would just keep going until you pass.
Yeah, the more the better.
I failed the first time, guys, because I changed my answers. But the second time, I didn't change my answers and I passed. So don't change your answers. Just believe in yourself.
Don't doubt yourself.
Number one thing, get on a team or find a mentor, because you cannot get into real estate on your own without any sort of guidance.
Right.
You're going to be lost. You're going to make hella mistakes that you could avoid making. You're going to make mistakes regardless, but having a mentor is going to allow you to like already kind of be ahead of the game, know about contracts. Like there's just so many things. Take contract classes, because real estate sounds fun, right? You see it on the outside, like, you know, you show homes, you make a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. But no, guys, we've already talked about how with business, like it's commission based. You're probably not going to get paid within like 6 months, guys. Like when you first start.
Yeah.
So I would first off have 6 months savings. Just have like a lot of savings, or you can do a part-time job just to keep you afloat. Because if you just quit and not have any money to start off with, there's fees, there's dues to be a realtor. Okay. Yeah. So you can't just like jump off and like go and do it and like think you're going to be successful showing homes. Okay. So I highly recommend take some save money, put some money aside, take contracts classes at the Sacramento Association of Realtors, wherever you're at. Take classes so you understand there's legalities. You don't want to get sued, y'all. You got to know the contract. You got to know the contracts. You don't want to get in trouble, because that's another aspect that people don't talk about. You have to know all the legal stuff, right? And then most importantly, mentor and team. Because what you can do to make money, which is what I did, I assisted other realtors and just helped them show homes, or I shadowed them, or just attended any appointments with them, and I would get like a little bit of commission to kind of help me get started, and it helped me get to know how to show homes, like what to say, how to be in front of people, like doing open houses, just like getting started that way. Okay, I would highly recommend doing that route, because then it's kind of like an internship. You should treat real estate as if you are going to college, okay? Take any knowledge you can. And I know you want the money so bad, but you have to understand that you have to be patient and you have to learn the skills. You can't just jump into it and think you're going to make so much money off a sale from your parents or like your family members or friends. First of all, don't think that your friends and family is going to buy from you too. Because a lot of the times, a lot of my first clients were not family and friends. Like there were people that didn't know me. Because who knows if they trust you? Who knows? Maybe they know somebody else. And because you're brand new, don't expect that they're going to trust you. So that's like the main advice I would give if you're just starting off, and just set the expectation that you're not going to get paid right away. The whole beginning of your career is going to be learning everything, learning how to talk to people, learning the transactions, the timelines, the contracts. Girl, I'm telling you, it's a lot. Okay. It's a lot. And a lot of people ask me, what do you think? Should I be? I'm like, a lot of the times I say, no, don't do it. Like, honestly, it's hard unless you're really committed to learning and taking the time. If you're just there for money and quick, but like, no, it's not going to happen. Yeah. You have to take the time. And what I love about it is that you get to help people, of course. And not only that, you grow for sure. If you stick to this career and you really commit and you stay consistent and disciplined, then you're gonna like transform. And I've definitely felt it for sure, because I was very shy, very timid. I was scared to talk to people. Like I had to put on my big girl pants. Like this is like for real. Like, and it's such a blessing. I've been in it 3 years now, so I feel like if you get to like, I hear that if you make it to 5 years, you're solid. So that's why I don't want to give up. I have 2 more years to go, and if I can survive the next 2 years, I feel like it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be a huge transformation for me. But real estate is constant learning. You're going to make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up, but just, you have to have thick skin. Yeah. Because you're going to meet all types of people, all types of clients, and you have to know how to handle it. And yeah, I feel like just you learn as you go. That really is it. So those are my big lessons and advice to you guys. At the end of the day, it's a really great career there's no like limit to how much money you can make, which is amazing. And you get to help so many people. You get to build your network and community. And it's your way of giving back to the community, believe it or not. it's a great feeling. So that's my take.
Yeah, that's a really, really great advice because I had no idea. I had no idea.
It's a lot.
Yeah, all I hear is like if you're not willing to put in the work, you're not cut out for it, and that's just facts. In any industry you choose to go into,
there's so much aspects, guys. Like
so many minor details.
You represent buyers and sellers, so you have to you have listings, right? That's a whole nother ballgame. That's like advanced. I feel like when you first start off, you usually want to be a buyer's agent. So you're showing homes, you're writing offers. You gotta learn how to write offers, and then you have to go through the transaction of a buyer. Now that part's easy. I feel like buyers are easier to do, but then you do a lot more work because you're like showing them a lot of homes, and it's more emotional for them too, I think.
Okay.
Now with sellers, now you have to learn how to market the property. You have to put it on the market, get it all ready to go. You're kind of investing money, like your own money, to market this home because it costs money for realtors to make those really nice videos that you see, right? Those listing videos comes out of our pocket. So there's a lot, guys. There's so much, and I don't want to talk the whole time about it. But just the first things I talked about, really, that's what I would do. But yeah, I feel like it came to me on accident. Like real estate was not in my radar at all. I thought I was gonna just do my assistant job and do something else.
Right.
And I'm just so happy. You just never know.
You were at the right place, right time. Like it was honestly meant to be.
And I was gonna quit being an assistant like so many times, but and look what happened. Like I didn't, and look where it's gotten me. So
it was for a reason.
Just never know. Never quit. So and then one last thing is make sure to interview I know they're gonna interview you, but like kind of understand like everyone's way of working. So mentors, teams, and brokerages, really like explore, okay? Like don't settle for one, because you want to like know how their environment is, like how is their team work together, like are they encouraging, are they willing to teach, and like give you their knowledge, like is your mentor living the lifestyle that you want to live one day? Because if not, then it might not be the one. So really just take your time to explore. I'm with Remax Gold. Our fees are a little bit higher, okay? But it is what it is. I'm happy to be here. This is what my team is with this brokerage. I've been with this brokerage for so long. But there's other brokerages that aren't as expensive.
Right.
And every split is different because you have to give a little bit of something to your team leader or your brokerage. So again, explore and find one that fits you.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
Yay, round of applause for Serena. So one more question before moving on to me.
Okay.
Like I know there's a lot of people who do real estate. Like did the high amount of people who do it like stop you? Like there's already a lot of people who do it. Like how will I be successful? How will I be different? Like did you ever like question that in your mind or like
No.
Okay.
No.
For sure.
That never stopped me from continuing to do it.
Yeah.
Because yes, there are so many realtors, but then again, every realtor is different. Every experience, customer service experience, every process, every realtor has their own way of doing things. And I know for a fact I'm my own unique being, and like I know what I have to give, and I know what I bring to the table. I know I take care of my clients, and I'm continuing to improve. I know I wasn't perfect when I first started. Obviously, people are still figuring it out, but throughout the years, I've built my own processes and just the way I do things in a way where all my clients feel like they're always like in the loop. They never feel anxious or like they always know what to expect. I always set them up for success. And yeah, I just feel like that's so important. And so, I've never been intimidated. It's almost like every time I hear like someone wants to be a realtor, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I'll see what you got.
No, like join. Like there's just so many, but don't be intimidated. I think I don't want to discourage people from it.
For sure.
As long as you can handle everything and try it out. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Right.
But
I love that. Yeah, very inspiring for sure. For me, I think it's kind of similar.
I know there's a lot of lash techs.
Yeah, there's millions of people who
very saturated businesses.
Very saturated. But I never thought about that until I was in it. Like, it never bothered me just because I feel like, okay, if a lot of people are doing it, then there must be something they know that I don't know. Like it's working. It's very popular. It's popping. It's successful. Everyone wants a piece of it, so why not me? There's always room for more people on the table. But the way I landed into lashing, a lot of people ask me this, like, dude, why lashing?
I'm curious too. I don't think you ever told me.
Why do you lash? Or like, how can I get into lashing? So basically for me, I started out by not even being a lash girl. Like, I didn't even get my lashes done. I only started maybe a couple years ago when my friend, it's just so happened, right place, right time, just like you. When my friend started her business 5-6 years ago, she practiced on me, right? The same thing that I've done in my business, I practice on people in the beginning of her business. And I just seen her build what she had, and it's dope because you literally, not everyone can say I have my own business. And so fast forward maybe 4 or 5 years, I start getting my lashes done. She's better. The quality of her lashes are good. Like, I trust her. And then I started thinking to myself, at that time, I was in need of another stream of income anyways, because of like personal hardship and like things like that in my family. I needed to help out in any way I could. And I thought me getting into the beauty industry and just finding another stream of income can help tremendously. And I talked to my friend, Mia. Shout out to Mia, Lashing with Mia.
We want her on here.
Yeah, we want her. She's going to be a guest on here, definitely in the future. But I talked to her and I was just asking her, like, dude, like, why lashes? And the earning potential for anything in beauty is crazy. Like Serena said, there's no limit to what you can make. There's no cap. It depends on how hard you work and how long you choose to sacrifice and commit into this world. And so just the knowledge and like just the fact of hearing that, like, okay, the earning potential is wild, then in my head and in my heart, I'm just like, well, first of all, I'm a hella hard worker. So anything I put my mind to or anything I set myself up for, I'm not going to half-ass it. So I already know I just already know where it's going to go. Yeah. So I chose to invest in myself and invest into training with Mia because she's a lash educator. Luckily, it's like one of my best friends. Like, like not everyone can learn from like a really close person like that. Like I said, right place, right time. And so I invested in myself. I learned it, and that shit was the hardest thing.
Really? I'm so curious too, like how it works. I still don't know how it works.
Meticulous, and like there's so many details, and it is so hard. I thought this was gonna be cake, because when you're getting your lashes done by someone who's like really experienced, you just have your eyes closed, and then boom, you like wake up, and it's like nothing, and you're like, oh, I mean, I could do this. Yeah. But I want to say, like, being a lash tech, even a nail tech, eyebrows, anything, like, it is not esthetician. Like, it's not for the weak. It is not for the weak.
Yeah,
like,
go deep into that.
Like, you need, I think, there's a certain person cut out for this type of thing. And I'm not saying you're not one of those people, but maybe you are. It's just a matter of you want to choose to do it, take that leap. But it takes a lot of patience. And if you're not a patient person, then I think
business in general, you need to have patience.
You have to be really patient with yourself and the things around you, and like being okay with things you can't control, because that's literally lashing.
Absolutely.
And it's more than just the application and the process of it. It's like the principle of the whole thing. There's a lot that goes into it: health, safety, science, biology, and then like freaking like just preciseness. You have to have a really steady hand when applying lashes, because the eyes are a very sensitive area. Like, you don't want to mess with that. It's the most sensitive part of our body, basically. And so if you want to get into lashing, I don't discourage you. I highly recommend it because of the financial freedom, the schedule freedom. You get to be your own businesswoman, be your own boss. That's literally what brought me in. I'm like, yo, like, what if I can be my own boss, have my own rates? Like, that sounds like a dream that I've always wanted. Like, not only being like a boss girl, like, I've never really knew what that was about until I started my own business. So what drew me in was the earning potential, financial like freedom, and also like scheduling freedom. But yeah, right place, right time. My friends, she taught me. I went through all the courses. Like, it is very difficult, but with practice, obviously, comes, perfection.
What would you say is like the hardest part of the job itself?
Of lashing? I think for me, let me give you top 3.
Okay.
The hardest part about lashing is the fact that I encounter, or we as a community of lash techs, artists, encounter different people on a daily basis. And not only do we encounter different personalities,
Mm-hmm.
different people from different areas of the whatever. But we deal with different hair every day,
I see.
different eye shapes every day, and the combinations are endless. It's not like I encounter someone with the same exact eye shape, same exact hair type every time, or else it would be cake. Like I'm doing lashes the same
Mhm.
every single, like I'm on a
Mhm.
factory, right?
Mm.
But I'm not. It's totally different. It's a 180 every single day, and that's what's kind of hard about it. You have to be willing to adjust to people's faces. Like
Mhm.
everyone obviously is different, so you have to
Mhm.
learn how to maneuver and to manipulate the lashes to fit them. You
Mm.
can't. I mean, going into the lash business for me, I did everyone's lashes the same beginning because you know that's just something you have to learn. You know, like you learn as you go.
Yeah.
You literally learn as you go. You never stop learning and you never stop growing in the
Correct.
things that you do, especially with lash sets.
Yeah.
So I think that's really one of the main things that are difficult. But if you're willing to put in the work, obviously you'll get there. You just have to be willing to maybe take more courses on how to style different types of eyes, different styles, keeping up with trends, and just to cater, like I said, my beginning point, to cater to everyone's individual face, everyone's individual eye shape and type of hair, because everyone can have, like, different people can have thick hair, but they can have a little bit of it, but people can have thick hair.
So you're just
and
working
have
with a lot
hella.
of different people.
It's just different all the time, and so you have to be willing, like I said, to know exactly what to do.
Yeah, because people are trusting you too. I think there's like sounds like there's like a pressure to, like, you know.
Pressure is I think the pressure is tremendous, just because, you know, when you open your eyes, I feel like
people reaction you're gonna get.
People either have no expectation or they have the highest expectation. Like, they want what they see on Instagram. They want what they see in their inspo photo, but they might not have the eyes or the hair for it. So it's just like a matter of like maneuvering, engaging, like what you can do for them, for them to get the best possible results for the amount of money they're spending. So that's one of the hardest things I want to say. The second hardest thing I think I mentioned is kind of keeping on top of trends and how the industry is growing and changing. So in the beginning of lashes, where it started from, everything looked very uniform, right? Mega volume, full volume, like thick tires on your eyes. And so like that look is cute. I'm not docking it. I'm not like shaming it at all. Everyone loves that look. But now moving into 2023, like as time is moving on, people are liking the natural look, just like with makeup.
Yeah, I like it too.
No one's like beating their face anymore. Everyone's just doing that natural glam. And so with those types of girls or guys, they're trying to seek other things within lashing that kind of cater to that. So that's kind of one thing that you have to keep on top of, like the trends and how people like their lashes done now. Another thing when it comes to being a lash tech is not even the process of lashing. It's the business. It's the business side. It's the content side. It's creating your own brand. That's
you need
what's
clients.
hard. Because like you need clients. Yeah, because for me starting out, like obviously I started off with my friends. Like I practiced on my family, and then from there, like where am I grabbing from?
Because now that I think about it, it's like with lashing and what you do, I feel like for realtors, there's so many ways to like get people, because there's like different forms of communication. But for you, it's not like you're gonna get on the phone and be like, hey, do you want to get your lash? It's like, it's different. You have to really have more referral business and like social media.
It's 100% referrals, and I want to say 85.9% social media. A lot of my clients, come from social media and the engagement and like them finding me, you know, but a lot of the times it's like, oh my god, I referred my friend to you, she's gonna book with you soon, blah blah blah. And that's 100% of where I get my clientele. So you just have to be ready if you want to get into this. Like, you have to be ready for all aspects of the business other than the technique that you're pouring into, because you're spending money on learning the craft, and then you have to spend and sacrifice more money and time to hone in and like really make your craft grow as an artist. Because we're artists. Like, this isn't just like I'm in an office, I'm signing paperwork. You're literally making art on people's faces. You have to be creative. You have to have that eye. You have to have that vision. And then you have to, you know, build your own brand. Like, how are you gonna stand out? For me, that's like something I'm still working on. Because like Serena said, like I was never I feel like I was never intimidated by how saturated it was. But it could, like, your vision could get lost
because
in
you're
the
looking at other
sauce,
people's.
because there's hella people
For
doing lashes
sure,
right
I
now.
agree.
There's so many, like everyone and their mother wants to do it, and that's fine. That's totally amazing, because everyone, like I said, can get a cut of the cake.
There's enough for everybody.
There's enough for everyone. And like Serena said, like literally, I'm my own individual, and people will gravitate towards me. I will attract the people,
the right people for you.
Yeah. And like, and then another girl will attract a different group of people. Like there's
all those people in this world.
It's natural. It's not like, oh my god, there's only a certain amount of people that want their lashes
I need to compete with these people because like I don't want her to get all my, like, no, it's different. You know a bunch of people yourself, and they know people, and they know people.
If anything, when people ask me my recommendation, I recommend everyone I know, like especially Mia. Like I tell people, yeah, hit up Mia, she's dope. I'm not out here like you know, like guarding it or keeping it to myself and kind of like, no, like only come to me. No, that's not what it's about. It's more of a community in my perspective. I don't know how other people think, but yeah. That's, for me, I think the funnest part is building my brand, but for some people that's really intimidating. Because there's all that thing about there's all that minor details of like what sets you have to know.
Right.
You have to know how to properly apply these lashes and like be safe. You want to continue their natural hair growth. Like you don't want to hinder anything. You want to, like, you know, there's so many layers. There's so much to just like applying lashes. Like it's just, I think so complex.
What I've, after both our sides of everything, like we can talk about now, like kind of wrapping it up, like what our main advice is or top things you should do or know prior to starting a business. And it's nice to finally talk about it, because I feel like we've been doing it for a while, and I know we're in a podcast where we're still learning stuff, but I'm glad and I'm happy to like be able to share some of like our knowledge on our sides of things. And we're so similar, and I think the similarities that I'm noticing that are very important with starting a business is just being aware that there are so many aspects of it, and you have to just be prepared to like, and there's like a little bit organization in there, because
you do.
Not only are you doing the business, right? You're doing your craft. You're also having to learn. You need to learn to keep going. You have to get with the trends. You have to get with the market. You have to like pivot, like we said before. You have to, and then aside from that, you have to work on your business. So like updating your policies, like, and like me, like finding new ways to like get clients or update more processes. It's just like, that's why eventually business owners hire people. And I know we're going to get to a place where, you know, we're going to have people do things for us, but when you're first starting, be prepared to do all of it. And I feel like you should, because you want to know how every wheel of your bus works. Okay. You got to know every point of it. That way you can train someone else to then do it for you. And then it's that. So it's basically learning the craft and keep on learning, because it's always going to change. Learning how to perfect it and like have your processes and everything and just do it. And then you have to work on it if you need to. Like always go back to the drawing board. Always like see where you're going. And another important thing is track numbers. Okay. I think something that's very important is to have a goal, know your why, have a goal. And like, I know it's overwhelming, because it's like, oh, like I want to do like 12 sales, like for example, 12 sales in a year. How are you going to get there? You can't just like pray and hope and like,
you have to put in the work.
And you want to be able to see the metrics. Like how many people am I contacting today? How many calls does it take to set an appointment? Like that kind of stuff. And like, know like how many deals do I need to make each month to get to the income goal that I want? Like for you too, like how many clients do I need in order to get to the certain amount? That way you can see what you need to do. That way you're not just blinded. You have to be so aware of every aspect of your business. And I know it's hard, but that's just how it's going to be starting off. And then eventually, again, delegate and then have other people take care of it and then report back to you kind of thing, or, you know, have people do your marketing for you.
That's the goal.
But this is, you know what? I am learning to enjoy this process.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Of branding myself, of having my own way of doing things. And you too, I know you love like having your own schedule and like that kind of stuff. So enjoy this part. But before you even start the business, just be aware that this is going to have to be what it takes.
Yeah,
It takes
prep yourself.
patience,
Yep.
open-mindedness. You have to be just a sponge and like learn as much as you can. And then once you get to the point of like, okay, I know what I need to do, then you can start like organizing and making your own structure of things.
Yeah, and it's individual.
It's a lot.
It's so specific to each individual.
Correct.
The way I map out my business is not the same way that you're gonna map out yours.
Yeah.
But that's up for you. That's up to you to figure out throughout the whole process, the whole journey. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got to share that.
I know.
I've never really shared it with somebody before, so
yeah,
this
people
was,
are probably
this was insightful.
People could be curious, like to be in either of our industries. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to touch on that.
But yeah, be prepared, girl. Be prepared. We encourage you to do it. Go for it. Why not? Like,
just try
why
it.
not? It might,
but have some money saved.
Yeah, have money saved for sure.
and be patient, and like, even though you're not gonna make money, it could come sporadically. You can just have like freaking 5 months of nothing, and then another 5 months of just fucking like a year's work.
Exactly.
A year's work of work. I know.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So also mental health, like prioritize that, because you're gonna need a strong mental to navigate this world of business. You're gonna need that. So that's another priority. I know, like, we want to hustle. We are doing that.
Yeah.
But scheduling that time to just rest. Like, focus on your mental health. Do the stuff that you love to do still. Just because you're in grind mode doesn't mean you have to pause on everything that you love to do.
Exactly.
It's all about structure. It's all about organization. And we believe in you.
We believe in you. We believe in you. If you think about it, okay, why don't we like reference athletes, right? They also, keep in mind, have an off season. They're not going 100%, 1000% on their off season. Nah, they're chilling, because you know why? If they go 100,000% the whole year, they're burnt out. They'll get injured. They won't be able to play, etc., etc., etc. They can't make money. Like, even the most talented people in the world, the most athletic people in the world, have an off season. So don't forget to
schedule that time. It's just as important as scheduling your business activities.
Exactly. So if you're trying to get into either of our industries, definitely do it. I think this is a sign if you're looking for one. Go, just do it. And I guarantee if you're down to put in the work and you love it, you'll be good, girl.
Consistency and discipline.
That's
like the main thing. As long as you're like, you don't have to do anything groundbreaking. Because in real estate, I thought like, oh, I need to be different. I need to like do something so different, like hold at a community event, which I want to do one day. But it's just like, I don't have to be that crazy with it. All I have to do is stick to my same, pillars every single day.
Build.
And once you do it every single day, it'll build, like you said, and over time. So
that felt good.
Yeah.
That felt good to get out.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna like put chapters of like when it's a real estate talk and then lash talk on YouTube, just in case they want to like be specific with it. But anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
If you have any more questions,
please
let us know.
We love to talk, and we love to talk about what we do. So if you have any specific questions, let us know. We're also very encouraging people. Like, we won't like lead you astray. We want everyone to eat. Yeah, exactly. I want everyone to eat. Okay. There's a lot of creatives out there. I know who you are. You know who I'm talking about. Who've been thinking about making the jump to not even our industries, but entrepreneurship in general. Like, if you want to start your own business, go for it. Like, the possibilities are endless if you're just willing to, like,
especially if you love your product and love what you're doing. So don't just do it for the money. Do it because it's something that you genuinely feel like you can see yourself doing and that you're interested in.
No, the money will come. I have full faith in that for sure.
Correct. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to listen to us on Apple, Spotify, and watch us on YouTube. We love the YouTube family a lot.
Click that.
And follow us on Sold by Serena and
Kalafia Beauty and Killa Cali. Okay. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Have a great day.
Love you.
Love you.